All right, another Legends video. This is Antonio McDyess. So one of those guys that you say, what if? But it was about the injuries for him. Got injured a lot towards I would say, kind of like the beginning of his career, beginning to the middle or whatever. And then he came back and played for a good amount of time, but he was not the same guy once he came back. So that was kind of, where I was going, when I said that, kind of like what if. But he played a long time. So, but after the injuries, he wasn't the same guy. So this season that I took, which is the 2000-2001 season, was really his last year as an elite player. Played 70 games, averaged 21 a game, 12.1 rebounds, 2.1 assists, 0.6 steals, 1.5 blocks, shot 50% from the field, 70% from the line. Moreover, the biggest thing about McDyess, though, at this time was that he was a freakish athlete. I mean, he could jump. He was strong as an ox. He was getting to the point where on the block, you just couldn't do anything with him. Couldn't do anything with him. And it was crazy because you know how they talk about people who like drastically improved their draft stock in the NBA draft, well, I should say in the NCAA tournament. Well, McDyess like invented that in the tournament. I believe it, what was it? Had to be the 1995 tournament, I guess it was. The dude he came from Alabama. He just blew up. Now that Alabama team they were sick. They had like McDyess, I want to say Sprewell, Robert Ory. They had a whip on that squad, but McDyess just in the tournament was nuts. I think he averaged like 30 a game in the tournament. It was crazy. And he just jumped all the way up to the number 2 pick overall in the draft. And I thought, when somebody jumps up that quick, you think, well, maybe this guy might be a bust and maybe he's not that good. Well, dig it. He got to the NBA and did his thing, from the jump. So had to put him in there. He got an 85 based off of that season. Gave him 11 badges, only 1 goal. That's for the Lob City finisher. Because he'll throw it down on your head. On your head, man. On your hate. Let's just flow through this. Standing shot 3. His threes are not there. I mean, he took a couple of them in his career, but for his whole career, he was 7 out of 60 from 3-point range. So obviously we can't give him no love there. But he lost the whole season to an injured knee, and that was the 02-03 season. And he got hurt, I believe, 10 games into the 01-02 season. And that was it. Was never really the same after that. So he just kind of became a guy playing on the floor as opposed to above the rim, and it changed everything. But when he was right, he was a beast. So let's move on to the next guy. Yes. Here we go. Middle guy is Derrick Coleman. One of my favorite players. Derrick Coleman, like, he wasn't like crazy athletic, but he was just athletic enough. But he was very skilled, especially for a big man. And he was he was nasty. He was nasty. I mean, not like dirty or whatever, just physical nasty. I really, really always did like Derrick Coleman. For a few years, I mean, you can just pretty much pencil in 20 and 10. He had that for about, I think, like the first 5 years of his career. You can just chalk it up. It's coming. That's what he's going to get. And so I took basically one of those years as the year. So it was his 4th season. He was 26 years old. Crazy thing about it is that's the only time he ever made the All-Star team. Played for the New Jersey Nets, 20 points a game, 11.3 rebounds, 3.4 assists, 0.9 steals, 1.8 blocks. Only shot 45% from the field, but he did shoot 31% from 3, which is good for a power forward. 77% from the free throw line. I think I did a decent job on him. Decent job. Kind of looked like T.I. a little bit, so I don't think that's supposed to work out. But yes, he's a lefty. And so we tried to hook up, the little left-hand shooting stroke. Obviously, you can't really get the gist of this. If you ever seen Derrick Coleman or picture him, can't really get a gist of this because he's got on the Brooklyn Nets stuff. So you look a little bit. They don't have the Nets jersey that he wore, which was that powder blue one. But yeah, that was like the Kenny Anderson, Drazen Petrovic. They had a good team. It was because they were the core. Derrick Coleman, Kenny Anderson, Drazen Petrovic, Chris Morris was a small forward, was important to that team. But they had a good little thing building there, and just I don't know what happened. Chuck Daly was the coach too. I thought they had a good little nucleus, but it just I don't know what happened. Oh, I know what happened. I forgot. Duh. Drazen Petrovic passed away in that car accident, and it wrecked their whole squad. It really did. It wrecked the whole squad because he was kind of like the heart and soul of the team. Even though maybe Kenny and Derrick Coleman were better players, but that guy was the heart and soul of the squad. And when he passed, it was like suddenly, and it was just wrecked the whole squad. But DC got 12 badges, none of them gold, but got 12 of them anyway. Hooked him up. He got an 85 rating too, so that's not too shabby. Take a look at these attributes. Scroll down through this. Scroll down through this. All right, flip through. Look at the rebounding numbers. Hooked them up there. We chugging through. As a matter of fact, though, I think the age is wrong here, so I gotta fix that. I just noticed that the age was wrong. I don't even think you can change the age from here. Can you change? Because you can't change the birth. Yes, you can. What am I talking about? But you gotta change it. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about here. I don't know. So which one? What year? How old did I have him? Got him here at 26. So let's go back here. Well, we gotta go up here a little bit more. 89. And there we go. We'll work at that. Well, actually, probably would have been more like 1990 because he would be turning. We're just gonna leave it at that because I'm looking at his birthday and all of that. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean. Derrick Coleman. Roll with it. Let's go to the next guy, last guy of this episode. Last but not least, I'm really proud of this render. I thought I did a good job here, and this is also the answer to the clue. Nick Van Exel, aka Nick at Night. He was really cool player to watch. I took the 2000-2001 season. He averaged 17.7 points, 8.5 assists, 0.9 steals, 0.3 blocks. Shot only 41% from the field, 38% from three-point range, and 82% from the free throw line. Played 71 games that year. I don't know. I don't know why. I feel like I did a good job on this. I really do. Lefty. Shooting that jump shot, wore the high socks, 2 knee pads by this time in his career. Went to Cincinnati, actually played with Kenyon Martin in Cincinnati. So that was a team, and I think they had a dude on their team. I believe he was on that team. I might be mistaken. But one of the best leapers I ever saw in college basketball, Melvin the Helicopter Levitt. Man, that dude, Melvin Levitt, could jump like crazy, but he really didn't have much of a game outside of just being able to dunk, but he was exciting to watch. They were just an exciting team. Bob Huggins was their head coach. They were just an exciting team back then. But yeah, this is Nick Van Exel. Let's take a look at the attributes. Got that 81. Got that hot 81. Got to give out, I'm going to give out the clue for this too, which is, this is not going to be that hard to figure out, because it's especially with y'all. If I was doing this on Twitch, that would really be funny to see who could get like the first, get the correct answer first. That would be really something. Let's take a look at the badges. 27 badges for Nick Van Exel. You might look at what? But Nick Van Exel had handle like 6, so I had to. And they got a lot of badges for people with handles. They do. They got a lot of badges. So I had to hook him up. We got 2 gold with the killer crossover and the pick and roll maestro. But most of this stuff is about the handle. But he's still only at 81. But yeah, I had to do it. But it's now time for the clue for next week. For the next episode, I should say. This person led his team in scoring in the 78-79 NBA Finals, but did not win MVP. And he played for the winning team, but he did not win the MVP. Get your internet ready. I appreciate y'all watching. Peace.